Hi guys, welcome back. This is Emily's voice vlog. Just decided to call it that. But that is what it is. It's kind of me sharing what I'm learning on my own journey with you and with other singers who are in the awful predicament of not being in their best voice, but still having to gig. So on that note, I just some friendly housekeeping. If you are too injured, if you are too swollen, no gig is worth your vocal cords. You do not want to get permanently injured. And if a venue is worth working with, then communicate with them. And if they're a good venue, they'll understand. And if there's not, then there's more to come. So don't let them talk you into singing on a injured voice. 2 to 3 weeks notice, offering to find a sub for them is more than enough to keep a good relationship with a venue if you are having vocal issues. I've been pleasantly surprised by some of my venues. I've found the kindest people, and then I have people that I don't work with anymore. So that's one housekeeping piece of advice. Another one is I just hope if you are kind of in that gray area, kind of like I am now, where you're not in your best voice, you may be a little hoarse, a little gravelly. I hope you are taking those precautions of keeping hydration up 2 to 3 times more than what I think you are probably drinking, because most Americans or worldwide people don't drink enough water as it is, and we probably drink a lot of sugary drinks and caffeine. I'm a big caffeine person. I hope you're avoiding noisy situations, limiting things like caffeine, smoke, alcohol while you're in this kind of squeaky period, avoiding any sort of things that cause tension in your face, neck, throat, speaking in character voices, speaking too loud, yelling, talking over noisy, loud music like you would find at a bar. So if you need to take a break from socializing with friends for a week, it may be worth it, especially if your passion or your income comes from performing. It's worth just taking the moment to breathe. On that note, breathing. Did not mean to do that. Okay, so in the last video, we talked a lot about getting that good equilibrium of your voice, making sure the pressure is balanced below and on top, getting that perfect wave functioning of your vocal cord. That is how a vocal cord moves, by the way. Go on YouTube and try to find it. It's very interesting. It moves like a wave. So a great way to make sure you're not tense and that you're supporting your singing is to have good air. Now, my voice teachers always yelled at me for this, so it's really ironic that I'm talking about this, but I think I'm getting the hang of it, and practice makes perfect. So I actually had the most clarity, not from my voice teacher, but also from my a chiropractor I was seeing, because I had a little bit of like a misalignment in my neck, which was also causing issues. So if you're having voice issues, go to a chiropractor. Anyways, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to breathe from your diaphragm and then up. A very easy way to make sure that you're doing that is to breathe through your nose, down into your stomach, and then here's the clencher. Make sure your stomach moves before your chest. So if you've ever heard about diaphragmatic breathing, they'll say things like, make sure your stomach fills up like a balloon when you breathe and goes down when you're breathing out, which makes sense because the more air you have in, the bigger it is and the more it goes out. But the two things that really cleared things up for me was if you are breathing through your nose, it automatically goes down to your diaphragm. So that's a surefire way if you're confused by diaphragmatic breathing, which is good singer breathing. That is a surefire way to do that. It's easy peasy. So you can breathe through your nose. Watch. Go straight down into your stomach like a straw. Here's something the chiropractor said that actually made a lot of sense. Your chest will move because your lungs are going to fill with air. But the test is your stomach area should fill up. I mean, it's really not your stomach. What's happening is you're expanding down your lungs and your diaphragm is pushing down. But if your stomach fills up first and then your chest moves, you're probably doing it right. So if it's breathing through your nose, 1, 2, that's how you know you're doing it right. So I'll just try to do it again. You probably didn't see that, so I'll show you again. It kind of moves like that. That's a great setup. Breathing is a huge start for any sort of good, relaxed non-tense singing. So that is a starting point for us. The next thing you want to do is make sure you are doing those stretches. Now, as somebody who's sang for a long time, I'm not really somebody who's too precious about my voice, but I am learning the importance of it now. So I'm going to show you the breathing. We also had those health hygienes from the first video. That's going to be part 1 if you didn't see it. But now I'm going to show you some really handy dandy stretches that are going to, again, loosen up this neck area and kind of start you off in a good place. Hopefully we're hydrated, you have good lubrication. If not, you can steam, have a lozenge. We've synced up our breathing. We're breathing from our diaphragm. Now we're going to do some stretches. So you can drop your head to your chest. Do a head roll. And I'm only going to do one of each because I want this video to be really efficient for you guys. Pause if you need more. Slow head roll. And if you're doing this, you should feel all the stretch down here. There's also one called a head tilt. This again is going to stretch those neck muscles. So you're going to do this to the side, and then you can intensify it by putting your arm out like that. Okay, up, head tilt to the side, intensify it by putting your arm out like that. Now this is one that I didn't get from an SLP, I actually got from my chiropractor because I am out of alignment, baby, apparently. I also do extreme sports, which apparently is not good for your neck. Okay, so you are going to do this. This is a tricky one, so if I do it wrong, I will try again. But I really found this to help, especially if you have any sort of like pain or tightness, like right in these kind of like jaw muscles right here. So this is your vocal cord, these are your jaw muscles. So if you're feeling it here, it's probably tension and jaw related. This is, if you're having pain here, that's your voice. Here is muscles. And also anything here is muscles. Voice, muscles, muscles, muscles. Okay, so do this. Then you're gonna lean to the side and slowly look up. And I'm feeling that right here, and that feels really good. And I have a pain point right here, and that kind of releases that pain point for me. Okay. All right. And then you're going to turn to the side. Make sure your head is straight. I'm using my phone as like a mirror. Use a mirror. Mirrors are great. Looking up to the side. And you should be feeling it right here. So if you don't feel it, just try to reset and see if you can find it. In fact, I kind of lost it, so let's see if I can do it again. Side. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's a really good stretch. Any sort of yawn side, I'm gonna turn to the side so you don't have to look inside my mouth. But it kind of goes like, an exaggerated yawn side. What that does is that stretches the back, kind of like soft palate and the kind of back throat area. And then you can do 3 to 5 seconds. Go. Produce a yawn side. This one's voice. I've been doing it voice, but this is yawn. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Okay. Then you're going to do your shoulder roll. Lift. Down, lift, down, lift. And you're going to do backwards massages and forward massages. Okay. And then there's also something called a laryngeal massage. I will show you what this looks like, but at the end of this video, I'm actually going to refer you to a couple of YouTubers on YouTube that I use and I find to be really helpful. So it's kind of a compilation of things I've learned in therapy plus resources that I use. So this is your larynx right here. You want to massage down like this. And there's 2 little balls right here. That's called your hyoid bone, and that is where all of your kind of larynx and your kind of vocal mechanisms are attached to. And you can kind of move it from side to side, then kind of pinch in between the hyoid bone and your larynx, which is that kind of tube feeling thing right here. Move it from side to side. Then a lot of times I like to Massage my jaw area. Massage my temples. I've seen some singers kind of go a little bit like this and kind of relax this. And then for your tongue and jaw release, you can stick your tongue like this. Hold it there. And then move like this. So all of this you can repeat. That is a great place to get you started on the types of things you would want to do for a singer stretch. I do feel loose and I do feel relaxed. I'm notorious like a very tense person, hence all my singing issues. So if it can help me, I'm hoping it can help you. The resources I wanted to share with you are, these are my go-to people on YouTube, is Katarina H. She is a licensed speech language pathologist. I am also a speech pathologist, but I specialize in pediatrics and autism. So I know enough about anatomy, but I really like to go to like the voice experts for my advice. So Katarina H, she gives a ton of videos on survival for singing. And then there's another one called Vox Yoga with Rosie. She is really good for any sort of kind of like face yoga, stretches. She is a singer herself. She even does body yoga for singing. So she is somebody who I also go to. I really find that helps. So again, any pain, if you haven't been to the doctor yet, go to the doctor. It's really important. None of these videos are in place of seeing a doctor. They can help you. And by the way, I mentioned autism. I will start mentioning this as well. I am an autism expert. So if any of you singers out there have a family member with autism or are looking for help, I do have a family support business that I do, which is called www.autismfamilycoach.com. But that's not what this is for. This is for singing. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll have another vlog for you soon. Thanks.